Welcome to our video where we'll discuss the Tristana Reroll comp and share tips on how to approach it for optimal results. This build is particularly effective in the early game, but the key to success lies in maxing out your champions. We'll also explore synergies that can complement this build and lead to a victorious game. Currently I'm in Diamond rank. I've found this build to be perfect for climbing ranks, and I'm even on my way to Grandmaster. You can check my history to see the consistent performance of this strategy. So without any further ado, let's hop into the video. Before I jump into the details, let's briefly review the legend I used in this game. If you missed our previous video on legend mechanics and their suitability for different playstyles, be sure to check it out. Link is provided in the description. In this game, I chose Lee Sin as our legend, as he provides us with the augments like Trade Sector, Training Reward, and Money. One of the main aspects of this build is maxing out our champions without wasting gold on refreshes. That's why I opted for the Trade Sector augment, which provides a free shop refresh every round. For the portal round, I selected the Glass Industries portal from Zon region, which grants 3 gold every time we combine components to create a completed item. I got Jhin as my first champion. In this set it feels like Jhin is overpowered for a 1-cost champion, and also he is very much helpful in the early game to have an edge over the opponents. In this game, my focus was on champions like Tristana, Makai, Poppy, and Vigo. They are all 1-cost units, which makes it easier to make them 3 stars early on. During the early game, my goal was to activate synergies like Bastion and Shadow Isles. Bastion provides additional armor and magic resist to our units, while Shadow Isles grants shields. Having active synergies increases our chances of winning early rounds and maintaining a winning streak for extra gold. We also need to keep an eye on our opponents and adjust our strategy accordingly. To begin with, I selected the Trade Sector augment, which gave us a free shop refresh every round. This greatly increased my chances of finding the 1-cost champions I needed and maxing out them quickly. As you can see, my champions easily reached 2 stars. Usually we have to reach level 4 before the 2-to-1 battle and have 4 champions on the board. However, with this build, I prioritize maxing out my required 1-cost champions before leveling up. Losing early rounds doesn't have a significant impact on our HP. Our aim is to maintain a healthy gold reserve so we can hyper roll when needed. At level 4, I added Vigo to the board and activated the Shadow Isles trait. During the carousel round, I focused on obtaining items rather than champions since low-cost champions are easily available in the shop. Since Tristana is our main carry, I focused on equipping her with attack damage AD items. The new UI provides recommended item details, making it easier for us. In this game, I equipped her with Last Whisper as the first item, by combining sparring gloves and a recurve bow. Throughout the game, I avoided unnecessary rerolls and only used the shop refresh provided by our augments. This allowed us to maintain a strong economy. Around the round 3-to-1, I had around 60 gold, and that's when I started rerolling while still maintaining at least 50 gold. For Tristana's second item, I chose Hextech Gunblade, crafted by combining a BF sword and a needlessly large rod. This item provides Omnivamp and heals the lowest health ally. I continued rerolling, and as our champions became 2 stars, our board became stronger. Even with just 5 champions on the board, our defense was formidable, especially once Makai got maxed out. During the game, I also collected Gunner champions and maintained a solid economy. The losing streak continued to 6, and it's the second augment choosing time. And I got the best augment for this comp, that is Mist Connections. It provides us with a copy of all tier 1 champions in the form of orbs. We have a dedicated video over the pattern in which the orbs fall. Do check out the video and utilize it. After that I did the reroll and got a few more copies of the required champions. My board was still not strong enough as it had only 5 champions in it. But this comp is a risk versus reward one, and the losing streak pays off once I begin to win. At the 3-to-3 round, I successfully maxed out Vigo, Makai, and Tristana. With the Yordle synergy already activated, Tristana became a 4-star unit. Our frontline became incredibly strong, yet I lost a round. During the carousel round, I prioritized items, and I selected a recurve bow for our backline AD units. With our HP down to 37, I needed a comeback to stay in the race for the top position. I leveled up and added Jinx to activate the Gunner synergy. In one round, I faced a top opponent with a perfect winning streak and 100 HP. However, our build proved successful as I ended their winning streak. I frequently changed our units' positions to confuse opponents while also keeping an eye on their strategies. Surprisingly, I haven't given any items for our defense, but still they are pretty strong. And also the main reason why I have not equipped Poppy with any defensive items is to make Tristana the 4-star champion, otherwise Poppy would get to 4-star. My opponents struggled to break through our strong defense, while our units pierced through theirs. It was a game of offense and defense, with our champions performing exceptionally exceptionally well. I swapped Jinx with Siri, a higher tier unit, and my Poppy also reached 3 stars. By the 4th stage, 4 out of 6 units on my board were maxed out. For Tristana's 3rd item, I equipped her with Giant Slayer, combining a BF sword and a recurve bow. This item would enhance her damage against opponents with higher health. To further strengthen our board, I quickly reached level 7 and added another unit. For my 3rd augment, I chose Contagion, which increased damage to the enemy with the highest health. This allowed us to break through tankier units more efficiently. Here are the stats of the synergies that I use, such as Gunner, Shadow Isles. During the carousel round, I prioritized Senna, a high-tier Gunner unit, and I also found Gwen in the shop. I transferred items from Zuri to Senna and swapped Echo with Gwen to activate the 4 Shadow Isles synergy. Throughout the game, our active synergies provided significant buffs to our units, giving us an advantage in battles. With good economy management, I reached level 8 earlier, expanding our options further. I gave a Locket of Iron Solari to Poppy, enhancing our defense. While spectating opponents, I noticed a potential threat from a Deadeye comp, as the comp is well known for taking down our backline units. To counter this, I quickly reached level 9 and played with 4 Gunners. Our final composition consisted of 4 Gunners, 4 Shadow Isles, 1 Redeemer, 3 Yordles, 2 Slayers, and 2 Bastions. I successfully knocked out the opponent by playing the complete Deadeye build. In the next carousel round, I chose Gwen, making her a 2-star unit. I replaced Kled with Heimerdinger, which also activated the Techno Genius trait and added an Apex turret to the board. The upgrades that I used on the Apex turret are Makana Swarm, Goldenator, and Shrink Module. In this round, the opponent too has the same Contagion augment breaking into our defense, but our backline attackers are quite stronger and quicker to finish things off earlier. Opponents struggled to break through our defense, while our backline attackers proved formidable. My HP remained steady, and I faced a variety of opponents, including a Sorcerer composition, which finally broke our 12-win streak. One of the reasons for our loss was Tristana getting trapped by the opponent's Zephyr. In this build, Tristana is the main carry, so the positioning has to be in such a way that this unit has to be at least the last standing one. Make sure that it won't get trapped in the Zephyr bait. To counter such situations, I learned to position my units strategically and anticipate opponent moves. Look at this battle against one of the current meta comps of Garen with Zeke's Heralds. Our comp successfully won this round. Despite the setback, our board remained strong, and I consistently eliminated opponents. With just 1 opponent remaining, it's time for the final showdown. I also got the Senna to 2 stars, equipping her with Ginsa's Rageblade, Hand of Justice, and Static Shiv. Our team excelled in the last battle, overwhelming the last opponent with our powerful units and synergies. I secured first place in this game with the Tristana Reroll composition, showcasing the strength and effectiveness of this build. In conclusion, the Tristana Reroll build offers a strong early game advantage, allowing you to maximize low-cost champions and activate synergies. It's crucial to manage your economy, itemize your carry, and adapt your strategy based on opponents. With careful decision-making and optimal positioning, you can achieve success and climb the ranks. Thank you for joining me in this video. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, item swap to stay updated with future content.